7th, 2022. So I'm watching part of it. Dawned on me after doing the Anastasia thing and after the Lou thing and the whatever. In quantum mechanics, I should probably mention not only is the birthing plan and the preparation to receive children, meaning the people who already lived here prior to my falling out of a foxhole, they already were having trouble sustaining and with planning and having enough money and so on and so forth, and gardening issues. But to have to actually age in this area and grow old, besides the fact that there's no marrying candidates anywhere, and there's nobody of marriage grade the way it's supposed to be, they then have this like elder problem where you're struggling to pay bills. Now your parents' health is failing. You have to try to either figure out a facility to put them in or take care of them yourself. But how do you survive if you have to take care of your parents? And then this one guy, if you can't take care of your parents, he had to hire a health aides. So now he's got round-the-clock care for his father because his father's like aging into years where his body's failing and he can't take care of himself. So they showed the health aide tied his ureter catheter to the bed, and then he fell over, and it snapped as he walked away. It snapped, and then he fell over. It also shows that the guy was that they were trying to hold on to him to move him in some manner, and he fell and he bruised his ribs. The son's on telling the story because I think his father wound up passing away due to the sepsis. But again, the entire society here in this area, besides the fact of all of this influx of more problems that have now piled into an already strained area, there's no such, it looks like no such thing as elder care. It's like if you can afford it, there's elder care. But it's so, it's nobody, I mean, like, I wouldn't want to come back here, ever. I would never want to live this way. I would never have planned anyone's life or existence this way. Not ever. This is just torture from beginning to end. I really don't see a purpose in it.
County man says the home health aides he hired to care for his ailing father did more harm than good. CBS 2's Allie Bauman investigates the claims and has advice for families seeking care for aging.
I've been here 43 years aging. Not because I wanted to. Wanting to become part of something. Wanting to be in group of some sort doing something. And humanity's failed me at allowing me to participate or allowing me to get to wherever it is I need to get to. And here we are at some of the results of, while they wasted my 43 years, here's what happened to the aging population.
Relatives.
I started seeing like this lack of care.
In 2020, Thomas Zahn took his elderly father into his Dutchess County home, but as 93-year-old Henry's dementia progressed, Zahn could not care for him alone.
He would get up late or early in the morning and kind of wander.
Through his father's health insurance company, Fidelis Care, Zahn found Janessa Home and Companionship Agency in the fall of 2020.
Those aides rotated, 24-hour schedule. One day person, one night person.
Zahn had previously installed surveillance cameras in his father's living space. He claims they were in plain sight and the aides were made aware. Zahn says he only started paying attention to the recordings when he noticed unexplained bruises on his dad.
I took him to urgent care. We had the x-rays done.
I mean, in my field of quantum mechanics, I would want to know Why are the elders losing their balance? Why is their equilibrium disturbed ever? Why is there even a possibility of a fall? Because it's so rampant. They actually build hospitals that are like permanent facilities. I mean, it's just horrible here.
I had gotten this diagnosis that 4 ribs were fractured.
Henry Zahn had fallen 3 days prior. His son says the aides picked him up and never reported it. Debbie Dreilich is an expert in elder care.
In picking up the person, if you're not really trained well, you can not only hurt yourself, but hurt them more.
Stephen Schwartzman is also an expert in the care of aging people.
What the aide often does is they take a picture of the bruise.
The expectation is they're supposed to notify their agency of the fall, and in many cases call EMS.
Disturbed by this incident, Zahn says he checked old recordings for more. That's when he learned at night the overnight aide tied one end of his father's catheter to his bed.
It was almost like his tether, like his leash, so he wouldn't go walking around. And that didn't stop him. It just made it so much worse.
When Henry wandered at night, the catheter stretched and ripped out of him, causing him to fall.
I've heard some nasty things. That one you shocked me on. Person who is so overwhelmed and really just not properly prepared to care for someone in this situation.
The insurance company actually admitted to my client, Mr. Zahn, that this agency that they hired wasn't even properly certified.
Zahn claims Fidelis Care told him because of his location in Dutchess County, they could not provide an alternate agency. His father got an infection after the catheter ripped out. Zahn believes it ultimately contributed to his father's death, a claim Janessa denies.
The infections led to the antibiotics not working anymore, and that was how he ended up dying of sepsis.
Neither Janessa nor Fidelis Care have answered any of our questions about the allegations for this story, though Janessa denied the allegations of negligence in court filings. In a statement, Fidelis Care told us the health and well-being of our members is always our top priority. However, as a matter of policy, Fidelis Care does not comment on pending litigation. Zahn is suing the agency and insurer, alleging negligence and wrongful death.
Why did you want to file this lawsuit and bring attention to what happened?
I can't be the only one this is happening to.
Experts say there are ways to vet home health care aides.
Interview them. Ask them for references. Do your due diligence. There is a nurse's aid registry as well.
Again, it's such an imperfect system, but it goes back to all these infractions. So on the one hand, they're doing all these lawsuits so they have it filed with the courts so they can have some accurate count, whatever. Then on the other hand, but it's like, I mean, the incidents and the counts are already known. What I don't understand is why the imbalance experienced keeps happening. It's an imperfect system. Why is the atmosphere that holds the equilibrium, that sends the body signals, why is that not getting fixed? I mean, that should be the first and top priority. And then like the little lawsuits and the little whatever the humans do is whatever. But like the main portion's not getting fixed. So it's like, what's holding up the actual help in the world? I'm just curious. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken. It's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.